Petway, I believe, had 2 fouls early as well. I don't know why, but I always get Jonathan Law and Daniel Hand mixed up. I don't know. As Watanabe's second free throw is no good, but he has pushed it to a 2-possession game for the Trojans. Creed, deep 3. No good. Davies nearly got the rebound, but he tipped it away. Just out of his reach. His long reach. Nassar will inbound. Nassar's had a good game so far. He's drained, I believe, 4 threes thus far. As he kicks it inside of Crean. Crean almost loses it. And Burks picks it up. Burks from the corner. Good. 1-possession game for the Trojans. As Watanabe will push it up with 2:20 remaining in this first half. Watanabe calling the offense. Screened by Mattel. Watanabe kicks it out to McSocker for 3. It's good! Watanabe with assist to Jack McSocker. McSocker loves those corners. Watching him last year and now this year, he loves those corners, those corner three-pointers. As Edey inside misses what appears to be another layup. Crean gets the rebound and is good. Inside 2 minutes, 3-point game. Trojans lead. Appears to be Justice Smith getting ready to check back in. Watanabe crosses up Edey. Inside, good. Watanabe putting the team on his back. They were trailing big to start the second quarter as the Jonathan Law went on an 11-3 run, pushing the lead to 20-11. And since Watanabe came back onto the court, they've been on fire, the Trojans have, as Connor Crean drills a 3 to cut it to a 2-point game. Watanabe calling for Evan to move. It is still early in the season, so the playbook might not be fully memorized. As Watanabe inside, no good. Nearly rebounded by Mattel, but is picked up by Burks. Edey inside, makes his first layup of the game, folks. And a timeout is called. Edey makes his first basket of the game, ties the game with 59 seconds remaining in this first half. 30-second timeout called by, appears to be Jonathan Law. 8 team fouls thus far. So it appears that no one will get into the double bonus. Trojans cheerleading team, as usual, supporting their squad. They had a good spur the football team and their success in the cold some games, but they're out there doing a fine job, I must say. Tomorrow, your college basketball slate. You got number 5 ranked Arizona State playing Vanderbilt, number 7 UNC. That's North Carolina, taking on number 20, Tennessee, and number 21, Baylor, taking on Savannah State. Other notable games tonight, number 6 ranked Miami beat George Washington 59-50. Number 8, Kentucky, as usual, their star-talented freshman, beat Virginia Tech by 7. Michigan State, the number 2 ranked team in the country, won 86-73, as Watanabe's now bringing it up. Number 3, Wichita State, lost to Oklahoma, 91-83. That's all I got. Duke did not play today, as McSocker for a deep 3. In and out. Rebounded by Maxwell. Maxwell over to Crean. 37 seconds remaining as the ball is tipped away. Law ball. McSocker nearly got a hold of it, and he flies into his own bench. Teammates help him up. Crean to inbound. 36.5 seconds remaining in this first half. 31-31 game. It's been a wild first half thus far. A lot of fouls as Edey receives the inbound pass. Levine guarding him. Edey looking to cross him up. Levine blows by him inside. As Levine pushes Edey. Questionable call right there by the official. I didn't see Levine lay his hands on Edey. It might have been just a little hip check. I don't know. But either way, his second foul. Edey will shoot 2 free throws. 1 and 1. My apologies. There was no shot. As Levine is getting into a little talking match with the ref, saying that it was a little forearm action. Edey with the 1 and 1. Edey shot. No good. Rebounded by Mattel. The Trojan fans' distraction worked, I guess, as there are some fans screaming to miss. Watanabe will bring it up slowly. Inside 20 seconds. appears to be that the Trojans will hold for the last shot, but what do I know? Looks like Watanabe is isoing on Smith, and the rest of the defenders are playing deep. Watanabe off the pick and roll, and it is blocked by Smith. Korean pushing, and he is fouled. No, double dribble is called. Double dribble. 3 seconds remaining. I thought Vic Soccer fouled him, but it appears that he did not, as someone checks in. I don't know. Number 21, Justice Smith. So my apologies. Number 22, this whole game has been Will Contaxes. My apologies. The ref is warning all the players that he's watching holds and push-offs. As it appears, McSoccer will inbound. Watanabe's got a 3, 2. Watanabe shot up. Just misses. So at the half, it is 31-31. Second quarter, sorry. After Sam Nassar drained 3 threes. And then there was another 2-pointer by, I believe it was Maxwell, to start that second quarter. But then Christian Watanabe, being one of the few seniors that have varsity experience, like a lot of varsity experience, I should say, came in, calmed his team down, and everyone just started making shots. Jack McStalker had a couple threes in the first half. Watanabe made a lot of layups. Mattel played very good defense, as well as a couple layups himself, a free throw. James Getz had a few layups. Davies played well. The only guy we really haven't seen from, and he's back on the court now, Daniel Slow. Slow had 2 early fouls to start the first quarter. Literally picked them up, I think, not even a minute and a half into the game. So he sat out the remainder of the half. He's in. We'll see if he can get himself going and maybe really push this lead out for the Trojans. As the Trojans will start with the ball, and we are underway here. Watanabe brings it up on the floor for the Trojans. You have Christian Watanabe, James Getz, Daniel Slow, Luke Davies, and Aiden Mattel. On the floor for Jonathan Law, you have Dean Petway, who's made his return after a long absence from the court. He had 2 fouls early. You got Dante at Edie, Zane Burks, Connor Crean, and Sam Nassar, who's been lights out for Jonathan Law as Watanabe airballs his first shot of the half. It will be Jonathan Law ball. Nassar will inbound over to Petway. Petway back over to Nassar. Over to Edie. Edie drives over half court, kicks it to Burks. Trojans continuing their stifling D. Burks drives inside, throws it out to Crean. Crean drives, layup, good. First basket of the half goes to Jonathan Law. Watanabe gets the inbounds pass. Law playing a man defense. Worked fairly well in the first half as Getz gets it, drives inside, out to Davies. Davies shot, good. Davies with a 2 from the corner. Edie's got it, back over to Nassar. Trojans playing a press defense off of any inbounds plays. Petway driving inside. Over to Burks. Burks mishandled it a little bit as it is tipped away by Getz. Getz has got it. Dies on the floor. And he loses it. Tried to throw it back to Slow, and Crean got it. Petway tried to make a tight pass. Oh, Mattel steals it. Watanabe inside. He is fouled, and he lands hard on his hip. Watanabe is down, and he looks like he's in pain. That is not a good sight, folks. Watanabe land hard on his shoulder and hip. But it looks like he will stay in the game, as he'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul was on Crean, his second, team's first. Watanabe will shoot 2 free throws. Struggled early with his free throw shooting, but has since rebounded. And no, I'm not making a basketball pun. The ref is talking to Watanabe, maybe checking for, I don't know what, maybe a concussion, I don't know. It didn't appear to Watanabe hit his head. Maybe just giving Watanabe a little more time. If that shoulder continues to bother Watanabe, that would be a huge loss for the Trojans, as Watanabe is the guy for this Trojan team. As his first free throw is no good. Earlier today, the JV team lost. A lot of freshmen on that team and a lot of sophomores, but they showed a lot of heart and fought hard until the end. As Watanabe drills the second free throw. And I believe the freshman team won. I do not know exactly. That's what I heard. But the source did not seem very assured of that answer. Petway's got it. Trojans are doubling every ball handler, it looks like. They're playing a 3-2 zone, it looks like, as well as Getz gets the steal inside. Layup is good. James Getz, Jimmy G with the layup. Edie inside. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Mattel. Edie has made one, as Edie gets the jump ball called. That was an awful call, I could say, by the referee. Edie whacked Mattel on his wrist to jar the ball loose. The ref, that wasn't even near the play, calls a jump ball. I don't know what's going on here, folks. As Nassar will inbound over to Crean. 5:50 remaining. Davies on Crean. Over to Slow. Trojans are now shifting to a man. With Mattel on the inside. Aaron passed by Edie, and he is mad at Nassar for not catching his pass. Maybe he should have thrown a better one. Slow outside to Getz. Back inside to Slow. Mattel in the corner for three. Short. Rebounded by Slow. Over to Davies. Davies over to Watanabe. Edie guarding. Edie looks pissed right now. That's all I can say. I don't know what it is, folks. Maybe as a moving pick appears to be called on Getz. As Maxwell will check in for Nassar. Petway will inbound as Vital is also getting set to check back in. James was on Edie tight. Edie, the ref is telling James he can't put his arms up. I don't get it. Every basketball I've ever watched, you can block the defender all you want from getting the ball as long as you're not pushing. These refs are strict today, folks. Evan Levine getting set to check back in as Crean loses it. Watanabe inside against layup. No good. Rebounded by Maxwell. Getz trying to get a little too fancy. It just misses. Edie's got it. Pushes off Slow. Edie back inside. Blocked by Mattel. But it's picked up by Maxwell. Davies swats it away. And a push is called on Davies. Davies appeared to got whacked in the jaw. But it will be a foul on Luke nonetheless. So John Vital will check back in for Law for Petway, and Daniel Slow will check out for the game. Evan Levine will take his spot. 4:47 remaining in this third quarter of play. Trojans lead by 3. Burks will inbound. Mattel standing there, trying to swat anything away. Inside to Crean. Crean, corner shot, no good. And Mattel fouled him. These refs love to blow their whistles, I have noticed thus far. They have called everything. And Mattel's telling his team, don't box, don't go out and contest, because you're just going to get called for a foul. And I agree. There's a certain point where, as Creed knocks out his first free throw, there's a certain point where calling a foul every single time is useless. It slows the game down. Half the time they're not even fouls. As Creed misses his second free throw. Gets with the rebound up to Watanabe. 2-point game. Watanabe for 3. Just to the left. Rebounded by Getz. Getz drives baseline inside. A little long on a layup. Rebounded by Vital. Vital over to Edie. Vital throws it away. Getz is hyped on that last possession, if you ask me. But then again, I have a little bias. Watanabe's got it. Kicks it over to the corner for McStalker, and McStalker loses it. Slipped right through his hands. That's what we call butterfingers, folks. It will be a law ball. 2:53 remaining. Edie receives the inbounds pass from Crean. Crean's got it. Cross court to Vital. Back to Edie. Back to Vital. Back and forth they go. Vital nearly loses it. Crean for 3. It's good. Jonathan Law gets the lead back for the first time since halfway through the second quarter. 2-point lead now. Watanabe trying to get the team back on rolling. Inside to Mattel. Corner Getz. Kicks it out to Levine. Tipped away by Burks. Daniel Santa Maria getting set to check back in. Watanabe's got it. Law now playing his zone defense. Screened by Mattel. Over to Levine. With Soccer in the corner. Soccer inside to Mattel. Getz drives inside. It's good. Tie ball game. Aiden Mattel with a nice feed to James Getz. He had Watanabe open for 3, but he found Getz inside. Edie's got it. Now Trojans back in their zone. Inside to Maxwell. Maxwell's layup, no good. He missed a bunny, folks. He had no one on him, and he misses. Watanabe misses his floater. Rebounded by Burks. Edie pushing it up. Housby contacts us. Getty said check back in for Jonathan Law, as Edie's shot is short. Watanabe pushing it up, but he brings it back out, trying to get away for his teammates. He goes back in, poked from behind by Edie, as the shot inside by Crean is good. Timeout called by Jonathan Law. 40-42. Trojans trail with 1:16 in this third quarter. Back and forth game it has been this quarter. Most of the first quarter was controlled by Jonathan Law. Actually, it's kind of a tight quarter. It was 9-8 after 1. And then you had the tie game after 2, 31-31. Trojans took over the second half of that game, or second half of that quarter. And now Law leads with has a 2-point lead with under a minute. Oh my God, not under a minute. Under 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 5 team fouls for the Trojans this quarter. They got to cut back on the fouls. The refs are not giving them any breaks, however, but you can't blame it on the refs. It's all on you as the player. Just got to play defense with your feet. Can't let your emotions get the best of you, and play smart. Law only has 2 team fouls, as that's the first horn. Couple seconds remaining in this quick intermission, as the Trojan team comes back out. On the floor for the Trojans, Watanabe, McStalker, Jones, Santa Maria, and Levine. And Watanabe. McStalker will inbound. On the floor for Law, you have Contaxis, Crean, Vital, Edie, and Maxwell. 1:16 remaining. C-Wat dribbling it up. That's apparently now his nickname from the crowds. I'll call him Watanabe. Watanabe's got it. Law back into a man. Watanabe pumps. Contacts is guarding him. Santa Maria sets screen. McStalker in the corner for 3. It's good. Jack, what? Timeout called by the ref. The 3-pointer will count, I believe. 43-42. And I don't know what else happened, but Law has the ball. Edie kicks it over to Vital. Back over to Crean. You know what we haven't seen? We haven't seen Nassar for the majority of this quarter. As Edie got it. Nassar was lighting it up for Jonathan Law in the first half. Since then, he played probably 2 minutes early in this quarter, and we haven't seen him since. Edie inside makes his layup. Pushes the lead back up to 1 for Law. 30 seconds remaining. In the half, I should say. Or in a quarter. I'm sorry. It's the first game for me, too, for this basketball season. I'm still getting back used to it. Levine in the corner. Levine's got it. Back out to Watanabe. 18 seconds remaining, and it looks like they're going to hold for the last shot as Coach Gibbs calls the play. Watanabe with Edie guarding. Screened by Santa Maria. Watanabe loses it, and it's picked up by Vital. 2, 1, and that'll be the end of the quarter. As Edie's shot, no good. I don't know if it would have counted anyway. On the floor for the Trojans, you got Watanabe, Jones, Santa Maria, Levine, and McStalker. Watanabe gets it from the cross-court pass for 3. It's good. Christian Watanabe drills another 3-pointer to push the lead to 2. On the floor for Law, you got Contaxis, Edie, Vital, Maxwell, and Crean. As Levine picks up his 4th foul, and he is not happy. Problem is he's playing defense with his hands. Much as I hate to say it, he's kind of in the wrong, as he will now check out for Griffin Levi. Picked up 2 fouls in that first quarter, and he makes his return. I think Levi picked up a technical foul earlier in the game. I could be wrong. But now every foul from now on charged to Weston will result in free throws to Law. So let's try not to foul, folks. 2-3 zone. The Trojans are playing. Edie's got it. Over to Contaxis. Contaxis throws an errant pass, and McSocker's got it. McSocker inside. Layup no good. Edie did a good job contesting that shot and not fouling, as he now has the ball with Jones on him. Edie inside. And a foul is called. I don't see how you can call a foul when the player has his back to the defender and he's throwing the ball the other direction. But either way, foul nonetheless on Levi, his third. I just broke my rubber band for the cord for the microphone. Oh well. Edie will shoot 1 and 1. Trojan fans need to get loud. Free throw, no good, as Jones gets the rebound. Watanabe pushing it. Watanabe with a lot of his former teammates in attendance tonight. His layup no good. Rebounded by Vital. Up to Edie. Santa Maria chasing him down, but layup is good. As mentioned, a lot of the seniors from last year have came back. Seniors I've seen thus far, you have Andrew Folger, Rob Walshman, Chris Hovar, Zach Spencer, I believe I saw. Zach Clevenger as well, as McSocker nearly loses it, and he does. Edie's got it. Over to Vital. Cross court to Crean. Crean for 3. Good. Crean pushes the lead to 3 for Jonathan Law. Holiday season, a lot of kids are back on break. Christmas is only 9 days away, folks. And if you ask me, I'm excited for Christmas. As Watanabe's 3 is to the right. Rebounded by Levi. Santa Maria misses the shot. 6:11 remaining in this final quarter. It appears to be Petway's getting set to check back in for Law. Davies and Mattel for the Trojans. Contaxis inside. Crean drives baseline. Nearly loses it. And he throws an errant pass as Jones gets it. Over to McSocker. Jake Jones, also a very good soccer player. But now he's playing basketball. Watanabe's got it. Screened by Santa Maria. Watanabe inside. Drives. Layup. No good. Rebounded by Crean. Crean pushing it. Crean over to Vital. Reverse. Good. 5-point game. Trojans need to turn it around right here. James Getz also getting set to check back in. And a timeout is called by Coach Gibbs. 30-second timeout. So a quick intermission, maybe just to get his team realigned. Trojans, if they want to have success this season, it all starts at the first game here. If you win this first game, you build up momentum to have a successful season. And also, you can't lose games at home. That's all I could say. You don't want to lose games at home. It's when you play with your home fans cheering you on, and you lose, it hurts a lot come later in the season when you're trying to make the playoffs, and you have those losses early in the year. The one common opponent for these two teams is Bethel. Law will play Bethel first, I believe, toward the end later in this month, and then Trojans will play them later next month in the new year. Basketball season typically spans regular season-wise from about now, middle December, to about beginning March, end of February. And then the postseason kicks through mid-March. The Trojans ball. McStalker, Davies, Mattel, Getz, and Watanabe are on the floor. McStalker will inbound. And Watanabe's got it. 5:25 remaining. Over to Getz. Back. Getz, 3. No good. Rebounded by Getz. Getz inside, and he is fouled. He got whacked hard by Maxwell, I believe. Get the confirmation. No. Foul was on Petway. His third. As Nassar getting set to check back in for the first time since early in the third quarter. Getz lining up his free throw. Getz free throw, no good. The fans for the Trojans are calling out for Watanabe to make the free throw. I think they're doing it on purpose. That's just me, as Maxwell will sit down for Nassar. But last I checked, fans of the home team generally need to be supportive. That's all I can say. Which, as gets knocked out second, which these fans are being very supportive of their hometown team, but should more so be cheering on the guy that's shooting the free throw, not a guy that's not. As Petway passes it inside of Contaxis, push foul on Getz. It'll be a 1-and-1. No, sorry, 2 free throws. I believe it's on the shot. Getz tipped the ball, but ended up not meaning anything as he fouled Contaxis. 4-point game with 5 minutes remaining. As first free throw, no good. As the security team's going to have to start talking to some of these fans as they're starting to get a little rowdy. Taxi lines up for the second free throw, and it's good. 5-point game. Watanabe's got it. Vital getting set to check back in. Soccer on the wing. Inside to Mattel. Mattel's got to get going here in this quarter. Mattel for 3, no good. Rebounded by Getz. He gets whacked and no foul called. Petway, all by himself, makes a layup. Jonathan Law is starting to push ahead now. It's a 7-point game. I'm starting to take a gander here. The Trojans are getting not the benefit of the doubt here by the refs. Fouls that they are getting called for are not getting called for them when they're on offense. Ball was poked away, Trojans ball. As Slow checks back in, Davies will take a quick break. 4:28 remaining. As the ref is saying something to the coach, maybe about telling his players to calm down. Trojans have played a lot with their emotions tonight, especially because of all these fouls has resulted in, as Watanabe is going to the trainer's table. As I believe appears to be the Trojans will take the timeout. Watanabe is at the trainer's table getting some work done, what appears to be on his hip. Hopefully he is all right and will be able to continue to play. I assume he will. He doesn't seem to be in a lot of pain. And I believe he's a little baffled as to why he's even over there. I'm going to take a gander. Actually, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not that smart. I'm going to say self-deprecation, am I right? About halfway through this timeout and halfway through this final quarter of play. Trojans trail by 7 to Jonathan Law. As mentioned, this is the first home game for the Trojans, first game of the season for either team, to matter of fact. Trojans have played well thus far. They missed a lot of layups early. That would have been a huge help for the Trojans right now. But that's the past. They got to focus on the now and play really well for the remainder of this game. They have also been unlucky with the fouls today. The refs have called a lot of fouls on them and not a lot of fouls on Jonathan Law. As the Trojans have 18 fouls this half, only 3 for Law. McStalker will inbound. Watanabe steps back onto the court. He appears to be all right. So on the floor for the Trojans, you have McStalker, Getz, Battelle, Slow, and Watanabe. On the floor for Jonathan Law, you have Petway, Contaxis, Nassar, Edie, and Crean. As Mattel inside, jump ball called. Nearly lost it to Nassar with a jump ball. And it will be Law ball. Nassar will inbound. The Trojans are playing with 3 men up in the backcourt, 2 men deep. Trying to trap these Law ball handlers. As Crean pushes it over half court. No, he doesn't, actually. Nassar does. Inside of Contaxis. Contaxis' layup is good. 9-point game with 4:14 remaining. Trojans need to get a 3 or a 2 or something here and get a couple stops if they want to have any chance of winning this game. There is still time, but turning the ball over won't help as they nearly turned it over. Watanabe has 3 guys on him, can't get a pass away. Petway inside, and he's getting stolen by Getz, and a hold is called on Law. Foul was on Nassar. Vital getting set to check back in. Burks getting set, it appears, to check back in. His first foul, Nassar. Trojan fans cheering on their team in what is now crunch time. Petway and Contaxis will sit. Contaxis appears he'll check in soon. As Watanabe for three, it's good! Watanabe drills the three-pointer, cuts the lead by a third. Edie's got it. Back over to Burks. Edie over half court, inside to Vital. No one's on him, but he misses the layup. Mattel did a good job contesting as Vital trying to get behind Watanabe. Watanabe's doubled. He's got no one. Throws it over to McSoccer. McSoccer cross court to Mattel. Mattel for three. No good. Mattel is, I believe, 0 for 5 from three. He has a shot in his arsenal, and all of his shots have been close besides one. As a timeout is called, shot won't count. They might have been better off just taking a shot, to be totally honest. Crean was wide open. But a timeout called by Law. NFL action tonight. You have the Lions playing the Bears. That game's already taken place. I don't know who won. I'm sorry. Lions are currently winning 20-10 with 2:32 remaining. Chargers play the Chiefs next at 8:25. Tomorrow, you got some good games around the league. Giants playing the Eagles. Eagles on fire this year. Giants not on fire. Dolphins playing the Bills. You got the Packers playing, I believe, the Panthers. You got the Patriots playing the Steelers, which is a huge game for home field advantage in the NFL postseason. You got, let's see, who else is playing tomorrow? I believe Jacksonville is playing Houston. Cleveland is playing Baltimore. Baltimore looking to make the playoffs for the first time in a few years. Cleveland trying to avoid a winless season. I'd like to point out, the Browns have one win since December 2015. Since that time period, 3 Star Wars movies has come out. You got Star Wars Force Awakens, Star Wars Rogue One, and Star Wars The Last Jedi, which came out this weekend, which I will go see next weekend. I'm really excited for it. That's all I can say about that. Then you got Bengals, Vikings, Jets, Saints, Cardinals, Redskins, Rams, Seahawks. Very good game in the NFC West. Titans, 49ers, Cowboys, Raiders, and the Monday night game is Falcons, Bucks. As Edie receives the inbound pass from Nassar, 3 minutes remaining, as the Trojan fans are now up and they're getting ready to get loud. Cheer on their team for the final 3 minutes. Edie inside, layup, no good. Rebounded by Vital. Crean, corner three. Long, rebounded by Edie. Edie inside, no good. And a push foul is called, appears to be on Getz. That is a bogus foul call. That is awful. Getz had his arms up in the air like he just didn't care and gets called for the push when Edie bumped into him. That is Getz' third, 9th team foul. From here on out, every foul on the Trojans will result in 2 free throws for Law. Trojan fans getting loud. Edie's first free throw, good. Pushes the lead to 7. Trojans need to hope that he misses this free throw, they get a score, and then get some stops. Makes the free throw. As Edie shoves McStalker. McStalker went to box out, and Edie gave him a firm shove. Refs didn't see anything, of course, because they are, of course, blind to the fouls by Johnson Law. Watanabe pumps. Pulls it back out. He's got Vital on skates. Inside to Mattel. Gets inside. Layup. He just threw it off the backboard. He had no one on him, and he just throws it off the backboard. Either way, though, Burks in the corner. And it is off the Trojans. Davies poked it away. Burks appeared to touch it last, but it will be Law ball. Coach Gibbs calling the plays from the bench. First-year head coach for the Trojans, after taking over for Sam Moser, who did a fine job last season. As Burks throws an errant pass to Getz. Getz inside. He is whacked hard. And now the Law player's like, you did not foul him. Yes, you did. Last I checked, you cannot whack someone across the arm while they're shooting. Either way, foul is on Crean, his third, team's fifth. Coach Sam Moser last year led the team to a quarterfinal loss in the state tournament. As Getz misses his first rebound. Gibbs is back on the Weston coaching sideline. Assistant coach for many years under Coach Mike Visdell. He left 2 years ago. And now he is now taking the head coaching role. As Getz makes the second free throw, cutting the lead to 7. Edie over to Nassar. Back up to Crean. Crean pushes over half court to Burks. Back to Crean. Nassar. The Law is swinging it over in the horseshoe. Over to Burks. Burks has got Crean in the corner. Deadly from there. As the three is no good, but it's tipped out to Crean. Crean drives inside. Back to Nassar. Over to Burks. Back to Edie. Edie up top. Minute 49 remaining. Edie drives inside. Floater. No good. He passed it out, sorry, to Vital. Davies nearly stole it. Edie drives inside. Layup. No good. Mattel with a contest. Rebounded by Getz. Getz takes it himself, and he is fouled. Blocking foul called on Crean. Getz will have 2 free throws with a minute 30 remaining. Crean's fourth. Trojans need to draw some fouls here, because every foul after this will be free throws on either side. Trojans will have a 1-and-1. Law will have 2. Maxwell getting set to check back in after this first free throw. Getz needs to knock these 2 down. Crowd's getting quiet. Well, besides the Law side, but as the free throw is good. Maxwell checks in for Burks. I guess they don't want to take Crean out, even though he has 4. Gotta be careful. Law. Oh no, sorry. Getz getting set to take the second free throw. Free throws up. And good. Getz cuts the lead to 5. Cuts the deficit to 5, sorry. Crean brings it over half court with Massaker on him. Over to Nassar. Nassar loses it, and it'll be Trojan ball. Good defense by Davies to force the turnover. Trojans, a basket here can cut it to a 1-possession game, which will be huge. Obviously, a 3 would be a little bit better because then they can make it a 2-point game. But a 2 will work. Getz on the wing. Over to Davies. Davies back out to McSocker. McSocker cross court to Watanabe. Watanabe's been on fire this game, but quiet this fourth quarter. Let's see if he can start getting something going. Davies pumps and just backs it out. Timeout called by Weston. Full timeout call. A minute 06 remaining with a 5-point deficit for the Trojans. Trojans have played well for 3 and 9/10 quarters. Yeah, because 10-minute quarters, 9 minutes. I can do math, folks. But they've played well. But it hasn't been well enough as they're trailing by 5 with a minute to go. If the Trojans can get a basket here, that will be huge for this game. Trojan fans are on their feet getting ready to cheer on. First horn sounds as there are 9 seconds remaining in this timeout. And play will now resume as Trojans step back onto the court. On the court for the Trojans, you have Watanabe, Davies, Mattel, Getz, and McSocker. For Law, you have Vital, Edie, Nassar, Maxwell, and Crean, who has 4 fouls. McSocker will inbound. A minute 06 remaining, 5-point game. As the head coach for Law, being a little buddy-buddy with the ref. Okay. McSocker will inbound to Watanabe. Watanabe with Edie on him. McSocker on the wing. Inside to Mattel. Mattel Cross court to Watanabe. Under a minute remaining. Vitale guarding. Watanabe shot. Well short. Rebounded by Maxwell. Nassar up ahead to Crean. Crean blocked by What? Davies gets called for the foul on Crean. I am disgusted. Davies hit that ball clean, and Crean just fell after the shot. Davies third with 44 seconds remaining. Crean's first free throw, short. Daniel Slow will check in for Luke Davies. Crean has one more free throw to go. Trojans need to hope for a miss here. Davies is upset on the bench, and rightfully so. That was a clean block, if you ask me. As Crean misses a second, rebounded by Mattel. Up to Watanabe. Watanabe pushing, 40 seconds. Corner shot, long by Slow. Edey up ahead, and he is fouled by Slow. Edey will have 2 free throws to push the lead to a possible 7. Edey has been very quiet in this game. He's had 3 made baskets, a lot missed, maybe a free throw, as you have heard my criticism throughout this game. Edey lining up for the first free throw. And it is no good. In and out. Trojan fans to their delight. Edey will line up for a second. 33.8, if you want to be exact, seconds remaining in this game. Trojans trail by 5. Last foul, by the way, was on Slow, his third. As Edey makes a second. 6-point game. Trojans need a 3. I don't care what you say. Trojans need a 3. Soccer gets the pass on the wing. Soccer shot in and out, rebounded by Nassar. And a foul is called on Getz. 22 seconds remaining. Nassar will go to shoot free throws to push the lead to 11. No, 9, 8. Might be. As Getz is talking to the ref about that last foul. Not liking it, Jimmy G. But I guess Mattel trying to calm his teammate down. Getz has been at the forefront of some bad foul calls today. Him and Levine and Mattel have all been charged with some questionable fouls. That is Getz' 4th foul as Nassar misses the free throw. Trojans need to hope for a miss. I believe the Trojans have one more timeout remaining, so they got to be smart with it. If he makes it, they got to get a good inbound. Nassar, second free throw, good. That is not what the Trojans wanted. 22 seconds remaining. Watanabe leading the Trojans for 3. Air ball, and it's tipped out by Mattel. Law ball. Trojans trail by 7 with 16.4 seconds remaining. And it is not looking good as this game is slowly dwindling away. Edey inside to Maxwell as a foul is called. Gets blocked the shot by Maxwell when he's going for a shot after the whistle. I think it's all fair play. If you ever seen Kevin Garnett or other guys, you don't allow a shot to be made after the basket, after the foul whistle is called. Getz maybe got a little too much contact, playing with a little emotion, but I like the move as Edey will shoot 2 more free throws. First one is good. Pushes the lead to 8. The Trojan crowd getting a little rowdy toward the end of the game. It's unfortunate. Trojans played great for about 3 quarters and 7 minutes. And they just slowly had this game slip away from them. Not their fault at all. They got called for some bogus fouls. And then they went cold toward the end of this 4th quarter. As Getz shoots a long 3. Another air ball. As this game will run to a close. Trojans lose their first game of the season, 62-53 to Jonathan Law. We'll see you next time, folks. My name is Tyler Melito. Have a good night.